Hey guys, so my last video I drew a werewolf and he is in my drawings playlist if you want to see that. His name is Silvertongue. It's just this original character that I made and I decided to draw a vampire. Now I'm not a huge fan of vampires, to be honest. I prefer werewolves when it comes to those types of creatures. However, I wanted to do something where Silvertongue had a partner. For those of you who haven't seen it, you can definitely check out the videos to see how he looks. But he has these like bite marks on his neck, and that is from his lover, which is Night Prowler, which is this vampire that I'm drawing right here, right now. So yeah, I wanted to draw like this super cute vampire who's kind of cutesy, but her color palette is more edgy compared to Silvertongue's, just because I wanted her to kind of be the opposite of him. I know for werewolves, normally they're like, I don't know, I feel like werewolves, their aesthetic would be more bluish colors, like cooler colors, because they get their powers from the moon. As for vampires, I would feel like their color palettes would normally be more red and like warm colors because they have more to do with like blood and stuff. But I did the opposite because I really wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do like stereotypical werewolf and vampire type of deal. And so for this one, I made it that Silvertongue has a lover and she's actually a vampire. The marks on her neck are actually made by Silvertongue by accident. Same thing as for her when she bit him. That's why he has marks on his neck as well from her. I made it that she has like claw marks rather than bite marks, so that way it's a bit different compared to like the marks that she gave him, because vampires are more known for biting. As for werewolves, they have sharp claws, so I thought that would be more interesting to put. And I thought it would be cooler. It's an edgier design to put like scratch marks all over anyways. So yeah. Night Prowler isn't really like a super mean vampire though. She's not really interested in like sucking human blood. So she just, I guess you can say she just gets her blood fill from Silvertongue. She's not someone who wants to go around sucking like every human's blood. So yeah. I want her to be like kind of this faithful type of character where she's like romantically with Silvertongue, so she doesn't want to do like go off with some other guy. So yeah. And then I made it that she has kind of the same base clothing as like Silvertongue. So like he was also wearing a vest and then a collared shirt underneath. So I kind of wanted to have like the same aesthetic. The only difference is I didn't give her like, what is it? I gave her a cape, but the cape doesn't have like a big collar. The collar that she has right now is actually from her dress shirt, and then that's it. The cape that I gave her kind of just flows from behind. It's just connected at like the back of her neck area. So it's a small cape. It's not really big or anything. It's not like Silvertongue's where it's like it has the super massive collar part, which is also really cool. I really like that aesthetic. So yeah, I was kind of tempted to give her a similar look to him in terms of the cape, but I thought it would be better for her to have this. Also, it would be easier for her to get around without such like a huge cape. I didn't want to do, what is it, super typical vampire clothing, which is like having those huge capes too, so I kind of avoided that, so I went with a smaller one. That's also another reason why I made hers different to Silvertongue's. Silvertongue kind of looks like a vampire because of his cape, to be honest. For her hair, I didn't really get like a reference to do her hair. I just made my own type of hair. But I actually really wanted her to have like that swoop on the top of her head. And also to match Silver Tongue, because Silver Tongue also has like this swoop of hair on his head as well. So I thought it'd be super cute. It makes for like really cutesy characters. It doesn't look super edgy. I feel like it makes the character look a bit more cute and aesthetic. And for her tie, so I was gonna do a bow tie, but Silver Tongue also has a bow tie and he has like a really massive one. So I decided to draw a regular necktie and then just color it in blue, and so that way it's opposite colors to his. And then for her vest, originally I was gonna make her vest like full on black, but I thought I used too much black in a lot of characters that I designed for like shapeshifters, like dragon shapeshifters and different characters. So I thought for different aesthetic I would use a dark brown, and it looks kind of fancy and kind of old-timey. You get kind of like this steampunk feel to it because it has like a brown, it's a brown vest rather than just like a black vest. So she's kind of super fancy and is a bit old-timey, which matches the aesthetic I was going for. Honestly, the anime that I was like referencing off of, a lot of the characters had like old-timey looking clothing, so it kind of fit with the aesthetic. I like the super fancy type of clothing, like the whole vest and like collared shirt and everything. Honestly, if I could wear that every day, I probably would. But I don't have a vest of my own, so yeah. I wanted her color palette to be more dark, a little bit more edgy. Silver Tongue's palette was more bright and colorful, and it also had a lot of white on it. So it was more like this pure color. As for hers, I wanted to be like a little bit more dark, so the opposite of him. Night Prowler does have a more edgier personality, and she protects Silver Tongue. So for her actual collared shirt, instead of keeping it white, which I was debating, I honestly was like, maybe I should keep the collared shirt white because it looks like a classic old-timey type of feel. But I decided to give her like a gray collared shirt instead. It's a darker gray, so it fits well with her aesthetic. Her hair color, too, is more like a murky kind of green color, and I honestly didn't know what to color her hair in at first, but I thought maybe this would be nice. And I think it matches like all together. It's kind of like this dark, murky, muddy like aesthetic that she has, not super bright and bold. I made her vest end a bit differently compared to Silver Tongue's. Hers is more like it has that bottom part where it looks like a what is it? The two bottom parts that are pointy instead of just having it like straight cut, which is different. So that way the aesthetic is not completely entirely the same. And I also think that shows off more of like her body figure in terms of like her being like a female character. It looks pretty and super cute. For her cape, I decided to go with a dark gray, which is similar to a black. It kind of looks like a black, but this gray that I used was like one of those grays where it has like a hint of brown in it, so it kind of matched well with like her whole vest color. So it was like a brownish gray. It felt like a mesh of like her vest and her collared shirt colors together. I really like how she turned out. She's like super pretty, and originally I was just gonna make her like completely edgy, but I think I made her more cutesy. So To be honest, I feel like Night Prowler and Silver Tongue's interactions would be more like romantic and like cutesy type. They're not really super scary in terms of like what they are in terms of vampires and werewolves. They're just super romantic and cute. But what is it? Night Prowler likes being overly protective of Silver Tongue because Silver Tongue's more of like this charming character who trusts people a lot. That's basically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check down in the description box below if you want to see on my social media. I'll be posting the process work for this drawing eventually. I'm still getting around to things. I just recently got my D-Look cosplay in, so if you haven't been following me on Instagram, I've been posting some pictures there. So yeah, I took a couple cosplay photos, and yeah, but it's the Red Dead of Night cosplay, and I'm super excited to share it with you guys. I made a video as well, so I will probably be posting that after this video. So on Wednesday, that video should be posted. I really wanted to get this drawing done though, and like upload it because I already uploaded Silver Tongue process work. So yeah. During this like outlining, I completely forgot to outline like her marks. So with like the scratch marks and stuff, I like adding like a bold black outline around it so that way it emphasizes what it is. But I completely forgot, and then I had to go back and film, so I added in the clip of me adding that in. So yeah, like afterwards. Sometimes I forget and my mind just blanks. But yeah, this is me adding in all of the bold outlining for the scratch marks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!